a doctor from Kerala, India. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. During my internship period, we once had to do an emergency surgery just before Fajr time. The surgery got over after sunrise and I missed my Fajr prayer. What should a doctor do in such a situation? We cannot walk out putting the patient's life at risk, at stake. Is it permissible to pray after the surgery is over? It's a very important question asked by Sister Rehanna, that if a doctor has surgery, an emergency surgery, and while doing surgery, if the prayer time comes and you continue the surgery and the prayer time lapses and you miss the salah, is it permitted? What should a person do? As far as prayer is concerned, normally, generally, a Muslim cannot miss prayer. If the person is awake, voluntary, a Muslim cannot miss prayer. It is compulsory that he or she should offer prayer at its time. It is fard, except for very few exceptions. A Muslim, it is a fard, one of the most important deeds, actions. The first action that Allah will ask you on the Day of Judgment is about your salah. You cannot miss it under any circumstances except few. And the fuqaha say that, and we get from the Sahih Hadith, that unless if maybe you are saving a person who's drowning and the time for salah comes, Maghrib time or maybe Fajr time, and it's a very short span and the time lapses, or maybe you're putting off fire in somebody's house and you cannot stop that, otherwise people in the house will die, to save someone's lives in short. Or maybe the enemy has attacked you and you have to defend the people around you. If you go for salah, then lives will be lost. In these certain few circumstances is it permitted. And there is a hadith in Sahih Muslim, volume number 1, in the book of Salah. It says that when the people of Makkah besieged Medina and they attacked Medina, the Prophet did not pray his Asr Salah because he was defending, and he prayed Asr after Maghrib. One hadith says that he prayed his Zohar and Asr after Maghrib. This is the only time, this is the only hadith, the only time that we know in the life of the Prophet that he ever missed any Salah. When the people of Makkah attacked Medina and they were besieged, defending the people, he missed, it is the only one time. And one time, while he overslept, and by the time he got up, it was already sunrise. He missed his Fajr Salah. That is involuntary. He could not get up, only one occasion. So after the Fajr Salah, the people on the Sahaba told Bilal, may Allah be pleased with him, we give the adhan, and they prayed the Fajr Salah in Jamaat, he and the Sahabas together. There are only two occasions the Prophet missed. One is because he overslept involuntary, and one voluntary because he was involved in saving lives. So in this condition, if a doctor has an emergency surgery where he's saving a patient's life, and if the time of Salah comes, like you mentioned about Fajr Salah, or maybe Maghrib Salah where the time is short, or if the operation is long, it may involve many hours. At that time, it is permissible for you to miss the Salah, and after the surgery is over, you can pray the Salah as soon as possible. So only in such critical situation where you are saving somebody's life, or it is such critical, it is the only time where missing Salah is permitted. At the time of war, you're saving someone who's drowning, or you're putting off fire, or if you're a doctor or you're attending surgery, it's permissible. There can be other occasions where normally, sometimes you can join the Salah. Normally joining Salah is permitted only while you're traveling, or if you're sick, or there are at times of rain, or at times of difficulties. Once is a hadith narrated by Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, where it said the Prophet joined Zohar and Asr, and he joined Maghrib and Isha, when there was no rain and there was no fear. So when a Sahaba asked Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, how come the Prophet joined Zohar and Asr when there was no rain and there was no fear? He joined Maghrib and Isha. So Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, replied that the Prophet wants to make ease for the Ummah. That means certain times of difficulty in the Ummah can join. So if a doctor knows that he will start his surgery before Maghrib time, and the Maghrib, he will miss his Maghrib and finish after Maghrib, he can join the Maghrib and Isha. Or if he starts just maybe before the Asr time, and he knows the Salah is going to be the surgery is going to be for a few hours, and he will miss his Asr Salah, so he can prepone his Asr and join the Maghrib and Asr together. So these are permissions that is permitted to make life easy. So if you're a doctor and if an emergency crops up and you miss your Salah, then it is permitted that you can miss your Salah and pray as soon as the surgery is over. Hope that answers the question.